Hey guys, I decided to do Season 2 Blood of the Sands for New World. Let's get right to it. It's also a good test for my encoder.
You ever notice people are more restless, faster to the trigger in the heat? Something with the humours and tempers, they say. We got a customer in the Brimstone Desert. Not saying he's mad, but he might be a bit touched. Well, this one more than most. His letter reads like a manifesto. Malik's the name. Claims to be part of something called the Blood of the Sands. Here's the strange bit. He wants our help scouring the desert for some sort of giant eggs.
Alright.
Devourers, he says. Could he mean something like that giant desert worm? Sounds a bit addled to me. But Malik says the eggs won't hatch, so no need to worry about them just cracking open.
Alright.
Yeah, but he wants a rubbing of some ancient mural first. It's got clues to the egg's location. Once you got that, meet Malik in New Corsica. Go on, and I'll follow. And don't forget to dress for the heat.
Well, yeah, I've been having encoder problems, I think, with New World for a while. I think it's because OBS has been dumping, has essentially been dumping its encoding processes onto the GPU, and it causes it to crash. So this is a good test to see if it's still doing that. All right. Just look around a little bit. Ooh, a chest.
The Babylonians called them Akilu. The Egyptians, Shah Nishen. Its meaning, the Devourer. Vested with the power of the Titans, even the ancients could not control them. But our tribe, the Blood of the Sands, earned their trust, learned to speak to them. And in time, we fought together in battle as one. We called them Sahul Sahar, the heart of the desert. But when the ancients vanished, the Sahul retreated deep beneath the sands. We heard them no more. Their eggs remained but were plundered by the wicked. We failed in our duty to protect them. To preserve the last of the eggs, we sent forth bearers to hide them until the day of prophecy. Their locations scattered to the winds. But the eggs are still alive. And should they awaken without the Blood of the Sands to tend them, the world will know the true meaning of Devourer.
Sounds like an egg cooked to me. Alrighty then. Looks like so far so good with the encoder.
Ah, excuse me, I was lost in thought. How might the syndicate serve you?
It's pointing to this guy, right? Or am I missing something? Oh, wrong place. Well.
Ah, the legendary hero who leads the Silver Crows. At last we meet. I am Malek, leader of the Blood of the Sands. We have much in common, and now a shared cause as well in recovering the sacred eggs of the Devourers. It is our sworn duty. From the mural you learned the history, but not the tragic state of the Blood of the Sands. Our order has long since lost its way. The descendants fallen lost or gone mad. After we decipher the rubbing, we'll restore the legacy of the Blood of the Sands. We will resume our proud traditions, honor our covenant with the Devourers until our sacred duty is fulfilled.
Alright, so I figured it was going to be an egg hunt.
Oh, our obligation extends far beyond that. But yes, that is our priority right now. I've hired a sage, Sadiki Musafa, to study the rubbing from the mural. If you would be so good as to go and see him.
Aaron?
He shall help us track down the eggs. Lost for centuries, at last the hour of their restoration is at hand. Once we have the locations, we will set out straight away. My offer is simple. For whichever eggs you retrieve, you receive a reward. Of course. It's our duty to the Devourers. We prepare for our journey even now. The urgency of the task is the only reason we need mercenary assistance. Now please, get the rubbing to Sadiki, and anything else he needs.
Alright.
You must be the mercenary Malek hired to venture into the ruin. You must be the mercenary Malek hired to venture into the ruins. I hope you didn't encounter too much resistance. Let's have a look at the rubbing from the mural. I hope it has the answers we seek. Excellent. Yes, I can make out the basic elements, but to decipher these words, I'll need samples of the desert tongue, the original language of the blood of the sands. Where might we acquire such things? No, Malik is not a blood descendant. And if any even remain, I suspect the language has been forgotten. But their people once traded in the great bazaar outside the city. There may be old coins and tablets there I could use.
Arden.
Excellent. I will attempt to decipher what I can while you venture forth. Bring me whatever you find at the bazaar. Hopefully that will help me glean whatever information remains.
Arden. The Great Bazaar, then. I've been running around these parts for a while. I wonder if that's, like, the quest line is the reason why I've seen so many people running around here. A grave offering.
my bold partner. I'm glad you've returned. I hope you found enough samples to help me puzzle out the rest of this. In the meantime, I've deciphered just enough of the rubbing to yield our first clue.
Oh.
It seems the cipher the Blood of the Sands used when hiding the eggs is associated with the elements. The secret to unlocking the hiding place of the first egg lies in a key called the Word of Water. Exactly. I suspect it is a keystone and will unlock the ceremonial chamber where the egg was hidden. I've already shared this information with Malak, and presumably he and his followers have set out to find it. No, but you should also visit the ruins to locate the key. Malak's people are dedicated, but they're not exactly scholars. I suspect you'll have better luck finding the Word of Water than they will.
All right.
The mural indicated that the Word of Water will direct you to the ceremonial chamber where the egg is hidden. If you're smart, you'll recover the egg before Malak, and then collect your reward. Good luck, my friend.
Garden. Sweet. An ironwood tree. Fortunately, I pretty much run to all these locations in my dailies in Brimstone. This box.
If you're here to taunt the man in the cage, could you at least spare a splash of water? Or some other drink? My throat is parched, as you might imagine. I can endure the taunts, but not the thirst. These fanatical bastards believe anyone else in these ruins is a trespasser. Last time I checked, no one's had claim to this land for centuries, but they didn't want to hear that. Obsessed with finding some dusty old rock.
This is really annoying with this back and forth. Need to get around because that switching back and forth is annoying.
If you're here to these fanatic... So you're chasing the legends too? I could help, you know, if you help me. Find the key to spring me from this cage, and I'll give you the secret these ruffians have no hope of learning on their own. Sadly, these rogues already found the keystone, but I'm betting you could liberate it from them. What they don't have is what I offer. Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find the chamber the key.
There. It's gonna be pretty hard to fight sand raiders if everyone and their uncle's running around here. that it? There we go. All right.
I'll need to rest here. My legs are like iron rods after being in that damn cage.
Right.
Well done. I would have been tempted to give these brutes some payback, but you seem to have done the job well enough. I suppose it's now on me to uphold my end of our bargain. I'll tell you. My word on it. But let's get to a safe place first. Out of sight from these togs and out of earshot. This way. I know a spot just outside the ruins. Now, I must ask. I've encountered religious fanatics in the ruins before, but you hardly seem the type. Why are you caught up in all this? Haha, now it makes sense. Normally I'd ask you to cut me in, but that would be an unfair demand under the circumstances.
Airden?
Tell me this much, though. The people who hired you, they're looking to grind up the eggs for spell components. No? Why should I give a damn about some dried up old eggs? Truthfully, I'm not even sure the chamber is still there. But if you do get the egg, I'd suggest you know who you're dealing with. Ensure their intentions are sensible. The wastes near the pools of Orcus, among the geysers. If you get in, there's no guarantee the egg's still intact. If it is, however, before you deliver it to your patron, meet me in New Corsica. I might have a better offer.
Village. Right. All right. Right. Hopefully I'm not going the wrong way, like it's not blocked off this way. Whoop, straight through acid pools or sulfur pools. What am I doing with this? Oh, that's how. Ah, and I wasn't even on the same... I think I messed up. Oh, somebody's dying. It says don't surrender the egg. heck not. Alright. Oh, wait, wrong way.
Back from the pools of Orcus, I see. And judging by the look in your eye, I gather you've procured the egg as well. I don't have an offer of coin to persuade you, but I would appeal to your honor if you would hear me out. I'm in no position to champion any moral code, but this new cult claiming to be the Blood of the Sands, they are mad and dangerous. You do realize what type of creature has been incubating in that egg for the last few millennia?
Desert
That
worm?
is correct. And you see the destruction wrought by Shah Neshen, yes? Imagine if there were hundreds of devourers here. This Malek and his cult, that is what they seek. To unleash this destructive force upon Aeternum. I've no desire to get any more involved. This is not my fight. I'm simply suggesting you sell the egg to a sorcerer, or crack it open and make yourself a delicious breakfast. But do not give it to these fanatics.
It's about time our illustrious leader came by for a visit. I was starting to worry you'd been eaten by a desert worm. These Blood of the Sand folks are a bit agitated. They say you've been more trouble than help. Before you go all heroic on me and kill the deal, you've got to make sure you have the full story. I know someone who can help us. A real knowledgeable lady I've been eyeing as a recruit for the Silver Crows.
Recruit, eh?
Rima Bahar. She's a minstrel of sorts, performed at taverns across Eternum for years. But she's not just a musician. They say her blade's as quick as her wits. And she's got a network. She knows things. My point exactly. You and me are still newcomers, and Xander, well, let's just say he's not exactly a font of knowledge. Rima's already heard rumours of the crows, of course, so I took the liberty of sending word you'd pay a visit.
Alright.
She'll be performing at the tavern in New Corsica, as I understand it. I'd suggest you don't drag your feet. These bar types don't stay in one place for long. Can't let her slip away, can we?
Right.
I've met stately noble gentry and shipwrecked men of 20. I've met souls from ancient memory, found in sagas and dusty tomes. I've seen ghosts and fiends and horrors, met knights and bold explorers, as I've wandered every corner of this island we call home. Let's go! Keep it together! Dig in! Woo!
He's giving a live
on now.
performance in the middle of the quest.
I've met kings of earthly nations, seen the gods of all creations, tasted wine at every station, from sands to misty moors. But the partings that we weather and the memories we treasure are the souls we've lost forever on Eternum's forgotten shores.
Garden.
This is no common wayfarer stopping in for a tankard and a tune. Your deeds are known to me, Soul Warden, and your more recent incarnation leading the Silver Crows. I've considered composing a song about you.
Garden.
Perhaps the intrigue of wondering what I'll write is more valuable than the words themselves. That will be especially true if we are to draw blades together and mix the melodies of our fates. That is your intent, yes?
Right.
I have no commitment to prevent me from sharing my talents with the crows. Oh, but I will expect compensation, and coin only goes so far. See, what I seek is more valuable. It's inspiration, whether by story or song.
Garden.
Oh, excitement and drama are elements of the equation, but tragedy and passion are vital as well, and art. In fact, at the risk of asking too much, I would request that you prove to me you share my passion for music.
Oh, goody. I'm going to have to play a melody or something, aren't I? And I don't have any real instruments on me.
As a matter of fact, I do have something in mind. An expression of the desert. A song of humor, strife, and woe. You will need to acquire a satyr's flute to use in collecting the laugh of a jackal, the roar of a lion, and the cry of the peacock.
Alright.
But it isn't the song itself. Not exactly. You see, my research in the library has unveiled stories of a sacred lute locked behind the voices of the desert. I found the lute, But I need the song. The books are still here, if you want to look for yourself. Well, such is the life of a bard and storyteller. Oh, the requests, the praise, and the critique, and the need to spin life's mysteries into song. Collect the elements I've requested, then meet me near Jupiter's Grove. Good luck.
There are so many ingredients out here that I haven't seen. This expedition is proving to be quite useful. Make a lion roar! Ha ha! That's not a request I thought I'd hear. You know, I don't eat meat, but, I might have something in mind for a lion. Here, try this. That should work for what you want.
being in this section 4. Where are we? Huh. Must be on the other side. It's on here. How do I get up here again? Boo! So why don't the dogs like to walk on the sand in Brimstone? Because it's too rough. Bark. These are the worst dad jokes ever. Did I not get the lion's roar? Right. There. Well, at least we should get some fighting in here at Jupiter's Grove. Unless it's instance, and in that case, maybe not. finally the action started picking up. Ah. Now for the chest up here. think somebody died. Alrighty then. Alrighty then.
For a moment, I doubted whether you would go through with it. But I am enormously pleased that you did. If you have collected what I asked for with the satyr's flute, all that remains now is the music.
All right.
Play the song here, and we will gauge the magic of it. It should break the seal. Inside is a sacred lute I have dreamt of playing for many years. With it, I will join you, and we will compose legendary songs together.
All right. Oh, you know I'm gonna have to fight somebody in here. Or not. Maybe again. Then again. What? Yeah, I was expecting a boss fight.
Oh, to rest my eyes on such a legendary instrument. This alone would be adequate compensation for joining the Silver Crows. The chance to partner with you and bear witness to your heroic deeds? That is a bonus. Ah, yes. I have already spoken with Grace O'Malley, and I will return to her to confirm my commitment. First, however, I must spend some time with this beautiful lute. We will make enchanting music together. I will join you after.
All right. I don't feel like fighting through all that, so I'm just gonna be called in.
You've done good, recruiting the most famous bard in all Eternum. Rima rounds out the team even better than I hoped. She seems quite enamoured of you as well. I don't think we have to worry that she'll just wander off. Our newest member came in from the desert more than a little inspired, I'd say. She was only here a moment and went off to prove her worth. To learn the truth about Malik and his claims on being the blood of the sands. Ah, yeah, we don't want the Silver Crows to get a reputation for just abandoning our clients. Wait until we hear what Rima's able to dig up first, though. And there's still the question of the other eggs. I was afraid you'd say that. I'd ask why bother if there's no coin in it. But I know you're seeing a threat in all this. If we're not giving the eggs to Malik, though, what the hell are we going to do with them?
Alright, no guy.
Then, you're the one figuring this all out. You can take this egg back until you decide what to do with it. Ah, and here we are now. It seems Rima's already returned. Ask her what she found out.
When Grace told me this client was claiming to be Blood of the Sands, I knew right away something was amiss. It was a sacred order back in the time of the ancients, but they haven't been heard from in centuries. A confirmation of your suspicions, I believe. Apparently, Malik was preaching in the streets after the awakening of Shah Nishin. He believes the time of prophecy has arrived, that all the devourers will soon awaken.
And followers?
Yes, though he's hired many unscrupulous mercenaries as well, all under the banner of the Blood of the Sands. It was not just the Order's duty to protect the eggs, you see. It was also to hatch them when the time comes. Apparently, despite the prophecy he speaks of corresponding to the annihilation of humanity and the end of the world. This Malik and his followers, they are the worst kind of mad. The kind that seeks to harm others. That would be a very bad idea. We should find someone to take the egg we've procured and then tell Malik the deal is off. We also need to ensure he doesn't get the others. You go on. I'll tell Grace.
Pardon?
Whatever reason you have for coming back here, it can't be a good one. I don't want anything to do with your cultish client, that egg, or anything else to do with the damned Blood of the Sands. Well, of course I'm not. There's not a soul in this desert who doesn't have secrets. Coming from a family of superstitious fools who like to say incantations over dusty old eggs, well, that's just one of the more shameful ones. Yes, and you'll have to forgive me for not shouting that in the streets. My family was only slightly less mad than this Malik character. That's why I walked away from that tradition centuries ago, and never regretted it.
Right.
Because I didn't want to spend centuries alone in hiding with a bunch of eggs. To watch them until the day they're ready to hatch? What a terrible idea. No. They're better just left and forgotten.
Alright.
You did me a good turn with that cage situation, so I suppose I owe you. But I'd be doing it as a friend, not a believer. I guess the question is what to do with the thing if you're not going to give it to Malik.
Where are we hiding it?
I suppose there is a place I know up north. I'll mark it on your map. It's an older repository, abandoned and lost to history. Damn it! Okay, fine. I suppose I'll meet you there.
Peru Plaza. Might have been to put our tent a little closer. Yeah, what's with the camera shaking? And I can't step up on it.
Oh, well, here we are. One of my least favorite places in Brimstone Sands. It's hot, dusty, and Oh, well, here we are. One of my least favorite places in Brimstone Sands. It's hot, dusty, and treacherous as hell. Not a drink, nor a dark-eyed beauty in sight. Not even much treasure to speak of. Yes, there's a vault. However, you'll have to clear a path through this rabble. Once inside, place the egg on the pedestal and we'll seal the chamber door. That should keep it safe from lunatics like Malik.
Get me up there. Get up there. Ah. The other guy's on his own. Hey.
Oh, the one place I thought we could avoid the mad cultists and they come flying out of the stonework. I'll give them credit for their dedication. I guess this means we're being followed, my friend. I don't know. It was a pretty short list of places I had in mind. We may have to come up with a new plan. For now, I'll lead as many as I can out into the dunes, and then I'll circle back and catch up with you.
Alright then. I was gonna get interrupted.
Well, you've been gone quite some time. Oh, listen to me. I swear I'm starting to sound like me old gran. So what happened with Sharif and the egg? This whole bloody Malik business is a headache we didn't need. We've got to sort this whole mess out. Like it or not, we still have a responsibility to our client, even if they're under suspicion. We're going to have to give Malik a chance to explain his side and pray that he has a bloody good story.
Right.
Not me! You've been involved since the beginning, and you'll have the best chance to work this out. I won't know if he's lying or telling the honest truth, since all of my information is second-hand. I know, it looks bad, but we've got to protect our reputation. We can't have people thinking we back out of deals willy-nilly. His camp isn't too far outside of New Corsica. Head there and see if you can smooth this out.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, Calcum. And we need one more of his guards to get rid of.
You can't stop our destiny! The blood of the sands will control our own fate! Stop the intruder! Any who oppose us is our enemy!
Okay.
Don't you look worse for wear? What happened out there?
What? He turned on us.
Oh, bollocks! Our reputation is gonna sink like a bloody stone because of this. We should have known better than to listen to some zealot. He's hatching those bloody monsters! Blast that bastard to hell! And why are you holding on to one of those damned eggs? Hatching a clutch of colossal monsters eager to eat everything in their path? What kind of a lunatic would do such a thing? Oh, so you want to collect more of the bloody things? I swear this desert heat must be getting to all of us. All right. Yes, that's the right plan. Where can we find the next egg then?
Yep.
Right, check with her and see what she can tell you. In the meantime, I'm going to let the Silver Crows know that Malik needs to be stopped at all costs. I hope we never get another miserable bastard for a client.
It's good to see you again. I've managed to find more information on this mural when you're ready to hear it. Ah, yes. Well, in a way. Let me explain. The locations of the last two eggs are vague, probably intentionally so. They left clues, but the exact locations are unclear.
All right.
Well, thank you. I have in fact managed to find another egg, but I suspect it's not going to be easy. This one mentions something about a word of stone.
All right.
The mural alludes to the word of stone being a beacon for the egg chamber. There are also a few confusing words, one of which could mean sight or direction. But I think in this context, it's something like map. Well, the way the mural uses these symbols, I'm more inclined to believe the Word of Stone activates or possibly reveals a map. I believe you need to find the Word of Stone and then use it to activate a map in a special place.
Alright then, let's go find this Word of Stone
That
map.
seems to be the heart of it, yes. Start your search in Diospolis. From what I can gather, they're using an ancient name for that area. And oh, Xander was looking for you. It sounds like you might have company on your way.
There you are, my friend. You look ready to embark on a great adventure. Of course! Grace sent word for us to help. I would have arrived sooner, but her map was incredibly faulty. Everything was backwards. Ah, wait! It was upside down! That makes so much more sense!
Alright.
I will, yes! Where is Diospolis? Never mind. I am joking. I will pick up a few supplies and meet you there. Sooner or later.
Alright.
I tried to get Dog to stay in New Corsica, but he was not happy about that. Yes, I know, Dog, you have a sensitive nose and don't like big settlements. Yes, I said that just now. Did you not hear me? What way did I say it? Grace told me you were ambushed before, so Dog and I will keep that from happening again. We will guard the entrance here and make sure that nobody follows you in.
Alright.
We will keep a careful watch for you. Be safe in there, my friend.
Alright. Looks like I have to kill some monsters here, but I think everyone and their uncle's here. see the second one show up. Alright. What's a layout? A layout of Brimstone Sands, huh? Oh, sweet! An Indiana Jones Raider of the Lost Ark reference. Yep, Raiders of the Lost Ark reference right here.
Welcome back! As you can see, we had some uninvited guests. So Doc and I uninvited them. It seems someone is very interested in your search. But how was it? Did you find the egg chamber? Excellent! I am enjoying this adventure with you, except for all this miserable sand. If one more tiny rock finds its way into my loincloth, I will scream. Ah! Ah!
Okay,
So, another trip across the desert for us, is it? You know, I have changed my mind. Brimstone is hotter than grease. Put a chicken and some milk in a bag and opa! I've got lemon soup. Yes, of course. Dog and I will meet you there. He has gone hunting. I do not know what he is hoping to catch out here other than scorpions and more of these tiny rocks. Ah!
I'll lock this. Alright.
is the place of pillars. I wonder why they call it that. Ah, what are we doing here again?
Alright. There's another egg
I
here.
see. Then it's just a matter of finding the door. What kind of door would it be? Something shaped like the one up there. Ah, something that looks like that door then. The way the walls are constructed, it seems there was an upper level before. Perhaps... Good! Well, I am not much for climbing, so I will leave it to you. But don't worry, my friend. If anyone tries to follow you, we will crack them. Like an egg!
Witness the power of the ancients. Feel their wrath.
Yep, I've been up here before.
I am the keeper of mysteries, guardian of secrets.
I'm not gonna let a goat knock me off here.
End this pointless battle! Join me! You can aid my efforts to appease the gods!
Ah, these things. Well, let's get on with it. Sweet. wild. Right. Okay. Wow. Kind of annoying random boss.
Well, I could say it was a coincidence bumping into you like this, but I think we both know it's not. I'm just glad that I didn't climb all the way up here for nothing. If I had a coin for every time I heard that, well, I wouldn't be all that wealthy. In fact, if I'm being honest, after we parted last, I strongly considered taking a couple weeks to tour the taverns of Southern Eternum. But then I thought of you, my friend, working diligently to collect these eggs for the good of Eternum. I realized you were shouldering someone else's responsibility. My responsibility.
His title is officially Desert Scoundrel.
Fortunately, I have a pretty good idea of where we might find it. The Blood of the Sands had a temple dedicated to their practices. It's where we trained members of our order and performed our sacred rituals, but it's also where many of our secrets were held. I do. My father was the speaker of the Devourer before I was meant to take the mantle. He's the one who carved the murals you found out in the sands. He would have kept the location of that third egg close to him and the Order. Indeed, let me mark the location on your map. We should split up again in case Malik is still tracking us. I'll wait for you outside the entrance to the temple. Do not tarry. We don't know what Malik's next move might be.
Alright.
There you are! I was afraid you may have gotten stuck looking for a way down. That happened to Dog once, though he won't admit it. Yes, you did. So, were you able to find the egg? Pythagoras believed that the number 3 carries great power. I have a feeling there is something fateful about this third egg. Where will we find it?
Alright, Old Temple.
Yes, I see. Dog and I will meet you there. Travel safely, my friend. Yes, Dog, I know you have sand in your fur. Complain one more time and I will shave you. Who are you calling Dog?
Hey. Alright.
Hello again, friend. Welcome to the sacred temple of the Blood of the Sands. What's left of it, anyway?
There.
I have not. As you might imagine, I'm a bit hesitant about stepping back into that old life. The memories of that time are not pleasant.
Right.
Agreed. Let's search the temple for clues and see if we can't find that third egg. Just give me a moment to collect myself before I head down. I'll meet you inside. head. Give me a moment. It's nothing. Just every so often I get some strange flashes. Nothing to worry about. It'll pass.
Oh yeah. I hope this guy's in the final boss and we have to kill him.
Wait. You can hear that? The voice of the Devourer. Oh, incredible. I thought only a member of our bloodline could hear them speak, but they've somehow reached out to you too. Well, that's a mystery that will have to wait. I have some news. This mural, it's not something I've seen before. It must have been carved after I left the Order. It does, but it also shows something else. The Order hid a clutch of eggs here in the temple. Though it's strange, that never happened while I lived here. I'll explain later. Let's collect these eggs and get out of here. Check in the reliquary and I'll check the rest of the temple. Meet me outside when you find them.
Aaron? God, 1-1.
Did you find them? Do you have the eggs? It's as I feared. Someone took the eggs. And I have a guess as to who. I believe he found this temple, discovered the existence of the Blood of the Sands and the royal eggs, then built this new order around that discovery. It's like I said, he's a madman using the name of the order to gain power. So these eggs that Malek sent the Silver Crows to find, they are extremely rare. The Blood of the Sands called them royal because they hatched the gargantuan devourers that prowled beneath the dunes.
Alright.
They were drone eggs, a smaller breed of devourer like the one you faced. They support the royals in the manner of a worker ant supporting their queens. But Malek having the drone eggs means he's trying to raise an army, not just control a single royal. It seems Malek is continually a step ahead of us. This just keeps getting worse.
Hey.
Oh, God be good. This just keeps getting worse. If he can hatch the eggs, we might not have a choice but to destroy them to keep him from doing that. I did, and they might. But having them under the control of someone like Malek, that could be far worse. And once the process has started, it cannot be stopped.
Now we need the third egg.
I need to prepare for that. There's a set of ruins north of the Great Pyramid, once a Blood of the Sands ritual site. The third egg chamber is there. I'll mark it on your map. Hopefully we're not too late.
Well, that's just terrific. Which is closer? We'll try this one first.
Malik and his followers are as well.
Alright, let's go get the
That
egg.
we must. I believe I have a plan. Do you think you could create a diversion so I could sneak inside and find the egg? If you make enough noise, they should be distracted long enough so I can make off with it.
Oh, can do.
Oh, excellent. Fight your way toward the egg chamber. By the time you make it there, I should have the egg. Then we can escape together. Best of luck, my friend. I'll see you inside.
Well.
Malik said you might come.
Oh, they hit like a truck. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't think I really got to see the boss in that one. But somebody definitely died. It hasn't frozen. The numbers are still moving on the top left corner of the screen. It's just taking a really long time to load. A really long time. It is taking a really long time to load, and I know it's not frozen. Yeah. I don't think I broke it or anything. So it looks like the season, the Blood of Sand seasons, has been at least 2.5 hours. Yeah. Man, what is it doing? It's like it got locked in. I don't know where it's trying to send me. It should just be right back outside. But it decided to stall out. And the numbers are still moving, both for the FPS and the latency, so, or the lost response time, so it's not frozen, it didn't crash. Yeah, it's no good. It hasn't frozen, but it's not loading me back in. Yeah, this game really needs to... Oh, did it actually crash? It might have actually crashed. It just... Well, at least it wasn't... It had nothing to do with the GPU this time. Yep, this game still has a lot of work. If it's doing all this, it's already been out for like a year and a half, and it's still like locking up and freezing and stuff. Yeah. Hey. Alright, so finally let me out. Ah, that was fun to say. It didn't freeze me this time.
Where's Sharif?
Should be here.
We need to find him quickly. We cannot let Malik get his hands on him. Remember when you found that note Malik wrote about hatching the eggs? Blood is the key and all of that? It means the blood of the sands. The blood of the air. Sharif's blood!
Okey-doke.
Oh, I cannot believe I didn't see it earlier. We cannot let Malik get Sharif's blood. Then we need to move quickly. I'm sure Sharif would have put up a struggle. Look for some tracks and see if you can't find where they took him.
Right. Oh, good, not too far. Well. What?
My friend, my plan was not as successful as I had originally hoped. I was looking for the egg chamber. Someone snuck up on me. Stealthy bastard. Gave me quite a blow to the head. I remember being dragged through the sands until I ended up here. Any? I think they took it all. More than once. But I can't be sure. It's all a blur. This accursed island wouldn't let death take me.
Well, I guess that's true.
I was at their mercy.
So yeah, I guess it's true. You can't really kill somebody.
Then you must listen to me. If Malik has awakened those eggs, they are corrupted. You can't let them hatch no matter what. We need to. We have to. Well, you can't just kick the egg and break it. You'll need to coat your weapon with a special oil
great.
that will help the weapon crack the shell.
Oh my god.
Here's the recipe for it. You'll need to collect the ingredients and make the oil. There's a temple near New Corsica in Neopolis. The Blood of the Sands used to keep eggs there to prepare them for hatching. I overheard his followers mention a hatchery. I believe that's where Malik is going.
All right. Fine. I think I have just the right place. Same quest. Now for ancients. Trying to think of a place with a bunch of ancients I can get to easy. Fine, we'll go here. I wonder if those beetles count, the scarabs count as ancients. Apparently they do. Craft it if I can. Yep. Hello, I am pretty sure this building didn't always look like this. I'm fairly certain of that. Cause see, this is the Great Bazaar. This is Jupiter's Grove, and this is the same voice shrine. Spirit shrine. Yeah, this place has gotten an upgrade since the last time I was here. I guess this is the hatchery, and so I guess it ends at the raid. So basically, I think we're at the end of the campaign. We just have to finish the raid. Okay. I think I'm going to call it here. I probably will record the raid, but as far as season 2, it leads me all the way to here. Thanks for watching.